Guys, if you surf the net, you will find out that there are so many videos flying up and down about how to lose weight. Now, this video specifically is for those that want to gain weight. Like, we neglect them a lot. We neglect the fact that they have a lot of number of people that are underweight. Like, we have two forms of malnutrition, and the one we usually talk about is overnutrition. Yes, we have overnutrition and we have undernutrition. And those people that are predisposed to undernutrition are those that actually needs this content I'm making right now, which is about how you should be able to get fat so fast. Now, if you want to add weight, there are specific things you should look after. Two major things you should look after if you want to add weight. Yes, if you want to get fat so quickly, there are two major things you should look after. The first thing you should look after is one, you should look after the number of times that you eat. That is the first thing you should look after. The number of times that you eat food daily. That is the first thing you should look after. Then the second thing you should look after are the kinds of foods that you eat. Yes. And I just want to quickly talk about the second one. I'm going to be taking the one after the other, but I just want to first of all talk about the second one. Yes, the kinds of food you eat has to do with the number of nutrients that is contained in the kind of food that you eat. One, you should look after the number of times that you eat. That is the first thing you should look after. The number of times that you eat food daily. That is the first thing you should look after. Then the second thing you should look after are the kinds of foods that you eat. Yes. So if you want to add weight, eating 3 times definitely is not for you. You should be able to eat as many times as possible for you to be able to gain enough fats, because that are the fats that will accumulate in your body and make you add up to the recommended weight. This is specifically for those that are underweight, so don't get me wrong. So the second one is the kinds of foods that you eat. Are those food rich in those macronutrients that are supposed to make you add up weight? And what do I mean by these macronutrients? Those macronutrients such as your carbohydrates and fats and protein. Yes. Majorly, the two major food nutrients that are capable of making you to add weight are the carbohydrates-rich foods and fats. So the fastest way you can get fat quickly is to take advantage of what? Fats-rich foods. Number one, carbohydrates-rich foods. That's the second one. And then you can also consider other rich sources of protein. Yes, but the two major food nutrients that are capable of making one to add weight are carbohydrates and fats. Yes, if you want to get fat as fast as possible, you should take advantage of those foods that are rich in carbohydrates and those foods that are rich in fats. And examples of such foods are like examples of the carbohydrates rich foods I'm talking about here is rice. We have roots and tubers like your cassava. Yes, these foods are the bomb. They are examples of foods that will make you add up weight. Then when we talk about fat rich foods, some cultures might limit one from consuming some of these foods I'm going to mention, which an example of it is pork meat. Yes, pork meat has a very large amount of fats that can actually make one to add weight very, very quickly. What about your sweet potatoes? Yes, sweet potatoes is an example of a good carbohydrate and a vegetable that you can actually take advantage of, that can actually make you also to add weight. Yes, it can join in as part of the bulk of the diet for the day. And also, you can also take advantage of beef meat. Beef is also an example of fat food, especially the fatty part of the beef meat can actually help you add up weight. Then we also have your butter, your margarine that you use in creaming most of your salad, and you can actually take advantage of those foods. Guys, there are also number of foods like cheese that you can actually take advantage of, like your cheese, your milk, and all that. These are rich sources of fats and as well as rich sources of carbohydrates that can make you add weight. That is if you are looking forward to adding weight so quickly. So guys, we also have nuts. Yes, we have granules, we have we have coconuts. All these contain appreciable amounts of fats, plant-rich sources of plants. There are examples of plant-rich sources of plants that are fats that can help you add weight. You can check it out, you can try it, and you will see yourself gaining so much weight. So guys, see you in my next video, and if you like this video, you can as well give it a thumbs up and share. Bye for now.